Guys, how are we doing? What's happening today? Steve Mingle Co. So today we're going to talk how to rank number one on Google. And to be upfront, it's not easy. It is actually very hard. But that amount of difficulty depends on which market and which business you're in. So determining which type of competition and which type of other businesses are in your market is really going to matter as far as how easy or how hard it is to rank on SEO or search engine optimization. Now the main outlet is Google. There's also obviously Bing, there's Yahoo, there's a few other outlets out there. However, Google is number one. And just to give a real brief overview of what you're going to need to do to rank number one on Google in your business, in your niche. And the first thing and most important thing is content. Now, I'm sure you've heard this before, but creating pages, creating content, creating information, creating text about whatever the service or product you're selling is going to show Google that you have that service or product, and it's going to allow them to rank you on their search engines. And that is the number one. But then you're also going to want to go in and make sure that all of those pages that you've added, you're doing the metadata, the meta descriptions, the title tags, all these things that Google looks internally at a web page and determines how you're going to rank. So make sure that on those pages that you are building, you're putting in that information so that Google doesn't have a problem finding those pages. Now, the third thing I'm going to go over is having a good user experience or a good UI so that people are not bouncing. When people come to a website and if they leave right away, it shows Google that you're not keeping the users on your website, and that's a very problematic part. So Google wants to make sure that people are enjoying your website, so they want to stay longer. So making sure that you have a good UI or user interface is going to help. And that goes into the fourth point, which would be even more important these days, and that's having a fast, good speed website. Now, if your website is performing slow, this is going to also cause people to leave, or what they call bounce, from your website. And that's really problematic because not only are people not going through with your sale or not going through with your lead form, they are not even going to the website. So having a fast website is becoming more and more important, and that'll go into the fifth point, which would be having responsive. So you need to have a different display. Now, if your website's in 2020, you shouldn't have this issue, but make sure that your website's showing up properly on iPhones, Androids, tablets, all these different outlets. So that's just a real brief overview of how to rank number one on Google. Now, there are going to be the external factors that you're going to need to improve, which is such as creating blogs, and then putting those out on social medias and graphics, different Facebooks, Twitters, Instagram, all these different outlets that are more of a digital marketing part of your website. Google Ads, all these things that drive traffic then are going to be also important in ultimately making sure that your SEO is converting because you're getting good amount of traffic to your website. So guys, that's just a brief overview of how to rank on Google as number one for your business or market. Just know a lot of these companies have been out there for 10-15 years doing this, so catching up is not necessarily easy. Most of these markets have somebody who's been doing things and doing things right. So all I can say is that you got to get started at some point and then just continue to stay consistent, because consistency is really what it's all about. And over time, you will start to rank in these positions. So if you guys have any questions or want to leave a like, subscribe, that stuff helps. Also, like I said, any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them below. We'll also check out your website and give you any professional review that you might want. That's free of charge, don't worry. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.